We knew that Rishi Sunak was due to give this speech about an hour before, and it was suspected that it would be on this topic. He spoke here quite forcefully about certain things that have been going on in British politics and British society over recent weeks, particularly since October the 7th and the outbreak of war between Israel and Hamas. But the speech was very powerful, and I think there are many people who are saying that he didn't necessarily need to make this speech, but he has chosen to because he feels that things are at a boiling point. The Prime Minister spoke up tolerance and the pluralist modern country that he said the UK is, but he's saying now that that's under threat from people who are looking to capitalise on Hamas's attacks on Israel and the resulting war that Israel declared against Hamas in Gaza. He said that Islamist extremists and the far right are both guilty of that, and they're two sides of the same extremist coin. He, of course, referenced also the beaming of that "From the River to the Sea" slogan onto Big Ben, which is, of course, part of the parliamentary buildings, during the vote in Parliament, which descended into chaos over whether or not Parliament thought there should be a ceasefire in Gaza. He said that Britain is a patriotic, liberal, democratic society with a proud past and a bright future, but it's also a reasonable country with decent people in it, with a story of one of progress and great achievements and enduring values. So really, I think he's trying to appeal to the majority of Britons, as he sees it, who don't subscribe to these extremist views, and trying to calm down the atmosphere that is engulfing the country with the protests in Parliament and, of course, with this by-election, which George Galloway just won.
And briefly, Jonathan, George Galloway, we need to get used to hearing this name. Who is the man and how significant he is?
George Galloway, extremely anti-Israel politician who's also shown, Rishi Sunak said, some support for Hezbollah. We know that he's shown support for Hamas as well, even meeting with Hamas leaders in Gaza, handing over cash. He's reacted to this speech of Rishi Sunak on Sky News just now, extremely forcefully, saying he despises the Prime Minister, that he has more of a mandate than the Prime Minister, calling him a diminutive, degraded man. So this war of words is not going to stop now.
Wow. A powerful speech by the British Prime Minister. No doubt about that. To be continued, that's for certain. I-24 News Senior UK correspondent Jonathan Sacerdoti live for us from London. Thank you very much for this, Jonathan.